Hello everyone and welcome back to more Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice, and Stabbing for All.
This request can I
Oh yeah. Hold it! 1 week ago? Are you sure?
Yes, I'm quite sure. I of course had my own preparations. I was barely able to finish.
That sounds really sexual when you say it like that.
But I thought also finished like the nation. Maybe he is finished.
Maybe so.
When you request my services, Mr. Attorney, I hope you will keep that in mind.
Please, stop.
It's like he has a boner for you.
He really seems to. He's like, come on, request my services, do it, I will talk to you more in private.
In any case, my client this time had a very special date and time in mind.
A specific date and time?
It was a request for my services on the night of the
Hold
awards.
it! Did you ask why on that specific night?
No. I tried to fulfill all my conditions of my client's request, but as for why, I only had my suspicions.
Your suspicions, huh? Press further, obviously. So what are these suspicions you had? Why did your client request that night?
I'm sure it was all for the bear.
Oh yeah, totally, obviously. The bear?
My client spoke of it. I'm sure there will be a bear-shaped figurine in Joanne's Corrida's room. I would like you to retrieve that item for me.
What's we talking about this bear puzzle? Also, once again, you're doing a very bad job of helping out your client because... yeah.
Why?
Because she could have taken the figurine at any time. It was in...
Actually, yeah, she could have. But, I mean, okay, I guess.
For one, she could have taken it any time, and I believe the figurine was brought back to Matt Engard's house, so...
That it was brought back to Matt Engard's house, yes.
Yeah.
But he might not know that they know that.
Yeah, I guess that's actually fair.
Inside the figurine was a suicide note. Naturally, the victim brought it with him to his hotel room. He was planning to publicly disclose its content at the press conference after all. That is correct. And if I had not done that job that night, I would not have known where that bear figurine was.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, the testimony just now of any importance? That was very important. Testimony just now made one thing clear, and that is... the client knew the secret of the bear figurine. Huh? Why is everyone so quiet? Mr. Wright, I think all of us already knew that. Oh, really?
Witness, please continue with your testimony. Ignore the random mourner.
That's not really what I thought was important, Phoenix, but sure, if that's what you want to go with. Oh, hold it! So, you physically met Adrian Andrews, right?
Of course I did.
What was that? What was that brief pause? Press further. Witness! I would like for you to give us a few more details.
I always meet my clients as a matter of principle. I've never taken a request by telephone or mail. And why is that? That's because I rise the trust between our client and myself above all. And the only way to establish that is to speak to the client while looking them in the eye. Also, because they both have the same voice, I'm just imagining that the moment Edward is off the screen, he's talking through the radio.
That is pretty funny. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance?
All of them are.
Yes, they're all super important. Mr. the Killer had met his client before the murder, then it's unlikely he is mistaken. So you're saying that his client really was Adrian Andrews? I guess so.
It's just as I said.
I'm
I'll kill you.
I'm so lost. Who the heck am I supposed to be helping here? Calm down, Phoenix. I just told you this a second ago. Now then, would the witness please continue? Hold it! So your client was Adrian Andrews.
That is correct.
Well, he says the two of them met, but if they did, then there shouldn't be anything wrong with the killer's testimony. Well, there doesn't seem to be anything strange this time around. Have to draw more information from him, but you can't draw his suspicion. If you can do that, then you should be able to find a flaw in his testimony somewhere. Talk about a delicate balance that we don't have to follow at all because, you know. Sadly, there were no added mechanics for this as far as I can tell, balancing out the killer's, you know, whatever.
I mean, we have the bear, but I don't know if we have anything on the bear.
Yeah. Okay. Let's look at the bear.
Well, I mean, just if we can present it, because we know it's at the house, but...
Yeah. Let's see. Andrews knows how to open it, apparently. Right. So it's not really giving us any good details there.
I think you should just present more. I mean, you should just press more again. Try pressing again, it might unlock something new.
Yeah, that is a thing that can happen sometimes. Physically met Andrews.
No.
Oh, oops. Yeah, I guess I should have said no. Clearly was Adrian Andrews, obviously. Okay. Services on the night of the awards ceremony. Press. Yes, why on that specific night? No. All my clients' requests, suspicions. The bear. Suicide note. Nah, that was important. Sounds plausible, but in the end, it's just his conjecture.
I would say present the bear there, but you should say before.
Right. No, Your Honor, I don't think it's very important. Well then, witness, continue. I'm glad we
changed so much.
Yeah, I know. So as it turns out, this was not an important testimony. Why meets his client is not important, and that wasn't the point. Witness, please stop sidestepping my questions.
What do you mean by that?
My question was, did you really meet Adrian Andrews in person?
I've already told you, Mr. Wright, I did. Was only through talking with him, face to face, that I began to trust him.
Oh, wow. You're really smart, Mr. the Killer.
Wait, does he not know that Adrian Andrews is a woman, or is he just
stupid? He's an idiot.
That's when I thought, I can trust this person as a client.
It's true what they say about talking face to face. Well,
But,
Mr. Wright...
Judge, you don't trust us, and we talk face to face.
I know, seriously. It was very important. Heard what I think I heard just now. Then I think I've got him. Your Honor, and by him I mean Adrian Andrews. I believe the testimony just now was of the utmost importance. Huh? Really?
If that's the case, witness, please include the statement just now in your testimony. Very well. From the moment I saw him, I saw that I can trust.
Hold it! But as we now know, that was not how it turned out, correct?
What do you mean?
Adrian Andrews turned out to be a client who couldn't stick to the rules, right?
Well, yes. I suppose you are correct. So I would like to check one last time. Are you sure your testimony is accurate? Okay, present the person.
Yeah, I guess so. Hey, Mr. DeKiller.
What?
Come on, it's freaking obvious. I don't think we need 2 profile pictures of this same stupid guy. Objection! I would like to go over this one more time. You met Adrian Andrews at the bar and took the request at that time.
Yes, that is correct.
And that's when you thought he was trustworthy.
How many times must I repeat myself? Yes, that is correct.
I'm sorry, but that is an impossible tale.
Maybe the guy is just really bad at telling gender.
Maybe, maybe so.
That's the way he thinks Adrian Andrews is a guy? Like, that's very confusing, because that's the only way this makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, that's what they're implying.
Right.
So, but that would mean he knows nothing about the actual Twi, and yet somehow he knows a lot about the Twi.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't even know who Adrian Andrews was.
Apparently he didn't. Man, so this guy is an asshole. He apparently, pinning the murder on someone else is terrible, but he can pin the murder on some random dude named Adrian Andrews.
Right. Guess if you're gonna have such a shitty name. What?
Oh, come on. DeKiller is a worse name. Shelley DeKiller is worse than Adrian.
When I work for Shell, I feel like it's very accurate. Shell probably hires people who are called Shelley DeKiller.
Probably so. You have never met the real Adrian Andrews.
Why would you say that?
Because you made one very big slip-up about her.
So what is the issue? What did you just say? About her?
If you had ever met Adrian Andrews in person, one look would have told you that she is a woman.
Oh!
Holy shit! The radio just combusts. Order in the court, Mr. Wright. What is the meaning of this? This witness testified to the following, that he always meets his clients face to face. Yeah, whatever. But he has never met Adrian Andrews in person.
Again, he would know who the fucking manager of his client is?
Yeah,
He was at the place that he committed the murder.
you'd think so. You'd think this would have... Once again...
I mean, he knew what you looked like, because he gave you the radio talkie and stole your woman.
Right, exactly. So you'd think he'd have done enough research to at least know who Adrian Andrews is. And you'd think a killer would be careful enough to get something like, I don't know, gender correct.
Yes, Your Honor. That is exactly the point. That means Mr. The Killer's client could not have been Miss Adrian Andrews. It's amazing lucky that no one ever called her Miss Adrian Andrews when everyone already says that.
Yeah, I know, seriously. Also, what even?
I don't know.
Is that how radios work?
Is that what it looks like when a radio sweats?
I guess so. Mr. Edgeworth, I understand your logic on this one. However, why would the assassin make such a basic mistake?
I believe it had to do with her name, Your Honor.
Her name?
Yes, Adrian Andrews is very much, without a doubt, an androgynous name. And she should feel bad for being called that.
Well, I don't know about Andrews, but, come on.
Andrews is the last name.
Well, I know, but Adrian's not such a terrible name. I'm sure you remember Monk. Adrian Monk. He was cool.
And he's a guy.
Yeah.
Adrian is a guy's name.
Exactly. I'm just saying.
But she's a woman.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And she's called Adrian.
Yeah. That's very true. That's kind of the point here, is that it's silly. I don't know. Yes, I see. I'm not saying that it's not silly. I'm just saying Adrian's not a horrible name. But now I get what you're saying. It's a horrible name for a girl. I don't know why you named child Adrian. Then again, I don't know why you would name your child Phoenix.
I would name my child Luna.
It's fair.
Unlucky for Mr. the Killer, the entire time he was on the stand, no one had stated Adrian Anderson's gender. So he suddenly picked the wrong gender to go with. Again, which means that he knew nothing about the case.
Right, exactly.
Because, like, if he had seen anything,
What?
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I just don't know what he knows and what he doesn't know.
I
Because
think
he knew that she was accused. He came in and it was like, it's a client is accused. Like, he knew that much.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I've already stated my stance. This case isn't very well written. It's not the worst case ever. But it's not very well written. Well, what? What is going on? That's a good question, Judge. Shelley the Killer, this court demands an explanation.
I think somehow I must have mixed up this client with another. So does that mean you remember something different now?
Wow, that's like how the game always works. You know the
Yes,
formula,
of
Edgeworth.
course. Please, if you would allow me to justify once more.
I know he's just gonna spit out more lies. Like,
Isn't that what you want?
yeah, I think so. Very well, but this time, please give us the truth and nothing but the truth.
We can trust this killer who has only lied twice.
Yeah, exactly.
Who is named Killer.
Yeah.
Yes, now I remember. I took that request by mail. There have been times when I took a job without having met my client.
I'm sorry, he
Maybe just lost a brain cell.
that's literally, the last statement was literally just him saying, I don't take those niggas by mail. I don't gotta meet him in person first. And I was like, oh yeah, I take him by mail, whatever.
Maybe it's just business a bit slow.
I
The
guess.
quest was for the murder of Joan Carida and 2 or 3 other small things.
You know,
Why would
2
you
or
say
other...
it like that?
I don't know, that's a stupid way. 2 or 3 other small things, you know, killing other people, incriminating people, maybe taking a selfie with the dead guy, you know.
When I saw the name at the end of the letter, I said my client to be a man.
So you took this job through a letter.
No, it doesn't make sense because of the fact that he handed over the puppet and he should have seen that the puppet, that at that point it was a woman.
Right, exactly. Didn't mention...
The bear thing.
Yeah, the bear. I know what you're talking about, I agree. Didn't mention anything about a letter in his earlier testimony. Means he is definitely lying. Careful, Phoenix. Break the assassin's testimony completely. It's over for us. I know. I can't make him suspicious, but I think
How if he's not suspicious at this point? He's a fucking idiot.
I know, seriously. I think we're okay.
Just totally caught his lie when you knew exactly why he was lying.
Right. I think we're okay. Like, we can do this. As long as he's standing there across from me. No matter how strong of a punch I throw, he'll counter it. And this
He's
totally
not quite countering anything. He
I
just
know.
follows it.
Seriously. I was also going to state, actually I should have said this before, because with this it doesn't sound much though, but I was going to say the first line, as long as he's standing across from me, I was going to be like, that sounds really gay, Phoenix. And it helps further with my Phoenix and Edgeworth fanfiction that I'm totally not actually writing. But I should. Now then, let's begin the cross-examination. There's enough making out, Phoenix. I've got other shit to get to.
Yes, now remember, I took the request by mail.
Hold it! But didn't you just say that you always meet your clients?
Yes, I suppose I did say that. However, there are some clients for whom a meeting is simply not possible.
Like for when people in Antarctica hire me.
Does that happen a lot?
I don't know, maybe. Didn't you meet your client this time?
No, I did not.
Oh, come on, come now. Let's stop this game of cat and mouse.
Using a sickest voice is not going to work with me.
Jeez, you
You
really...
are not a sick.
No, I have to write so many fan fictions. We got Phoenix Wright and Edgeworth, Edgeworth and Gumshoe, Phoenix Wright, Edgeworth and Gumshoe, and now apparently Phoenix Wright and The Killer. Very popular couple,
I
I'm
want to see
sure.
that one.
I mean, why else would he say that? You're using your silkiest voice.
I mean, maybe that's why he's like so cool with you, like doing all this shit. He's just really in love.
I
Maybe all
guess
of this
so.
is just about him being in love. It's not at all about anything
Oh.
else.
That's a really good fan fiction. I like it. Alright then, just cough it up and confess. Mr. Wright, you can't badger a witness with such harsh words.
He's a killer.
No. You're a lawyer, so behave like one and present evidence instead of mindlessly yelling. Now then, do you have any proof that Mr. DeKiller met with his client?
I don't know.
I don't think
No.
we do. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I don't have any proof. I see. Then your line of questioning was just another waste of time.
Sadly for us, Your Honor, that is the nature of Wright and Wong. Wait, is that our name? I want that to be our new name. We are now Wright and Wong.
Phoenix Wright and Wrong. Ace Attorney.
Phoenix Wright and Maya Wong.
Oh man, that actually makes too much sense. Should be what it's called. Objection! I mean, hold it. Whatever. And why could you not meet with certain clients?
Recently, I have been receiving more requests. If I met each and every client, I would lose some nice business opportunities.
I know, I'm just covered in clients. Every day I get an email, hey, can you kill this guy for me? It's really stressful. Nice business opportunities.
On top of which, the times have changed. What I was gonna ask though is, I don't know, isn't it a little bit weird for your clients to like send you an email with a real life name?
Yeah.
Like, commit murder, I made me a little smiley face.
You know, actually, yeah, you'd think so. You'd think she'd send, I don't know, she'd have a fake name like passive aggressive bitch at gmail.com.
But I'm sure that it exists. You probably offended someone.
Probably.
I'm passive aggressive bitch. You triggered me, man.
Ah, man, that would be the best or the worst. I'm not sure which.
It is now the age of information and computers, correct? But
Well, it's hard to tell in this game considering that, like, our entire court record is filled with, black and white photos, but...
yeah, I
whatever.
don't know what time we are in. I think we're time traveling while we play this.
Yeah.
I've shut the times. Now take requests via electronic mail. Alright, see? Like, no one in this age would call it electronic mail.
Exactly. Electronic mail? Do you have to mail that in a special insulated envelope?
See?
Seriously. It's like we're in the 1990s or something. I don't know, 1980s. Really early computer days.
I'm very sorry. I despise the shortening of words. What I meant by electronic mail is what is commonly referred to as email.
Email? In a contest of mimicry, the judge would beat a parrot, hands down.
Ahem. Anyway, so you took the shot without having met your client and the request was for the murder of you.
Hold it! 2 or 3 other things?
Yes.
And what were those other things?
A few other things that have nothing to do with this case.
Yes. Like his side business of prostitution.
I'm sure the killer is also a prostitute.
Yeah. Makes sense to me.
The best assassins are also the best prostitutes.
Oh.
Because they know how to stab you well.
Oh no, it kind of makes sense. That's a weird analogy for it. What should I do? Should I let him slide with that? really bad if I push his buttons the wrong way and he gets mad. Ah, don't worry about it, Phoenix. I'm sure Maya will be fine. Let's press further. Whether or not they're related to this case is for the court to decide.
Mr. Attorney.
Yes?
Everything I have said from the beginning has been nothing but beneficial to your client. Which is why I wonder what is pushing you to continue with this cross-examination. It's making me very cross.
Well, you know, it's kind of the fact that Edgeworth went brain dead and we have to do the job of both lawyers now.
Could it be that you are planning to betray your own client?
That's...
I smell the stench of backstabbing.
I don't know how you can do that from a magic... Well, okay, I guess it is a magic radio. I was gonna say radio, but it does seem to be doing something.
You should... And should you turn out to be one?
Wait! Uh-oh. This is looking really bad. I shouldn't press my luck. Alright, I have to think. Is this worth pursuing?
Press it!
Yes, totally. Witness, this is a very important matter. Please cooperate and tell us what these other jobs your client requested were.
If it's really that important, I suppose I don't have much of a choice. Whoa, really?
Yeah,
I haven't tried to get Maya kid.
yeah, I was hoping it would let us go too far, but nope. The killer's just like, okay, Phoenix, your silky smooth voice calmed me down.
He really likes you, guy, yeah. The bear figurine.
The bear figurine?
After the assassination of the target, I was to find that figurine. I was told that this job was just as important as the actual killing. But I wasn't getting paid for it. Not even overtime.
I know. My client was really cheap like that. And where was that figurine?
The client paid me in cheeseburgers. I was inside Mr. Kurita. It was... Oh, fuck. It was inside Mr. Kurita's
I was like, geez, that's pretty impressive for Mr. the Killer to, like, hide in his suitcase. What did you do next?
I handed it over to my client right away.
You gave it to your client? Interesting. This information certainly sounds important to me. Witness, please include what you just stated in your testimony.
As you wish.
Hold it! I found this figurine at Mr. Engard's mansion. If you gave it to Miss Andrews, then what was it doing there?
I was waiting for her there. That was also part of the plan to frame Mr. Engard, I'm sure.
That makes a lot of sense. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any problems with this piece of testimony? I think so. So, the killer says he gave the figurine to Miss Andrews. I know somewhere in that statement there's a contradiction, and yet, I know that if I present something trivial here, he will cut the connection on his end. If you want to make a strong point, Phoenix, you have to present strong evidence. She's right. So now what do I do? Dr. Wright.
You got... What, Doctor, what?
Apparently I'm Dr. Wright now.
We didn't go to any universities or colleges. We got our diploma in like a cereal box.
Yeah. Well, we're the doctor of Cereal Land.
But we do have evidence, kinda. Anyway.
Yeah. Alright. Let's see. Witness. Let's go over this one more time. Gave Miss Andrews the bear figurine, and she told you to take the bear and wait for it at the Engard mansion. Is that correct?
Yes. Where are you going with this?
Well, I think maybe you might have remembered a few things incorrectly. What? Little wits, I can't let up on him. I don't think it is possible for Miss Andrews to have been the recipient of this bear.
But I don't know exactly why where the evidence is, but I do know that supposedly he never met her, right?
Right, exactly. So, he wouldn't have made any sense anyways. That's what's,
Left.
left.
I know where it is. That one, the guitar case.
Oh. Had Bears Creda's fingerprints. Why is that?
I presented.
Take that! So, what do you think? Witness! Mr. the Killer?
Oh, I'm sorry. I had to visit the water closet for a second.
Huh?
Mr. Attorney, I think it's time I started this in terms. I say this in terms even you can comprehend. If you ask me any more of these pointless questions, there will be no mercy. So wait, do we not guilty?
Yeah.
Yes, that makes sort of sense.
I'll go through it one more time, but one can only assume that it's going to be the same. Finds the defendant, Matt Engard. Yep. Congratulations, Mr. Whatever. By being a total asshole, your client's now guilty.
Yeah, like the guy must be like, what is going on?
Seriously, called
I'm
specific.
not even gonna kill Maya. This is not even like this makes no sense.
Exactly. I can just imagine. It would have been even more funny if, like, at the beginning we had a thought of it and we just fiddled around with our badge for like 10 minutes. and the judge was like, "Well, I guess this guy's guilty."
Yeah.
But
I thought the case would make sense. Like the thing is, it didn't say it there, but I remember that she opened the case because she thought the figurine was in there.
oh yeah, I see.
But she would have
think
known
so.
that the figurine wouldn't be in there if she handed it to her in the first
Right,
place.
exactly. I guess we're just ignoring that fact, but I think I remember you mentioning that, yeah. Alright, so I don't think we can prove it yet. I think we both agreed, so we're going onwards to look more into other testimonies. Can't put my finger on it, the central problem here. Pressing this witness anymore would be extremely dangerous. Appears that Phoenix Wright has no problems. Well then, witness, please continue. Oh, oops. Hold it! So you're saying that you never saw your client's face, not even once?
I did once. Was when I went to give my client the figurine.
Yes, I see.
But the screen doesn't see. So I am stuck on seeing the face of the dude. Did you hit it?
Yeah.
But Miss Andrews was wearing a mask at the time.
A mask? The Nickel Samurai mask, I'm guessing. Mr. Wright, what would you have to say about this? Do you have any problems with this piece of testimony? Yeah. One thing does sort of stick out at me, Your Honor. Witness, I think you most definitely saw your client's face. Let's recall...
Said that.
Huh?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't have said that, but the thing is, she didn't wear the suit at this time yet, because she got the suit after the guy was killed.
Yeah, exactly. You would definitely think so. And, honestly, it's a bit arguable, but you'd think you'd be able to tell gender even under the suit, but... actually, I don't know.
Well, not from the image that we saw, but
yeah.
like, again, she can't have the suit yet. Like, that's what I would point out, but that's not where he's going. I actually don't. Like, I think he's not gonna be correct because Phoenix is a mon.
Let's recall Mr. Powers' testimony.
After the what ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room. Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in his Nickel Samurai costume. God, Matt is sexy.
But I see now. So this proves that Matt was wearing the Nickel Samurai costume.
But she wasn't yet.
Yeah.
Matt gives the bay boy a tip.
You received quite a large roll of cash from Mr. Engard, and at that time, he was not wearing
What?
his nickel samurai mask.
What? How do you know that you don't know that there's a killer though?
This...
No, I'm just confused. What the fuck does that like? I said we did know the bay boy was a killer. We do, but they don't.
Yeah. I thought we
where the fuck does that have anything to do with anything?
I guess they do. I mean, maybe that was implied by the last testimony, but who really knows? The whole powers thing kind of just seemed pointless. Yes, now that you mention it, I do remember that. Witness!
Yes, and I did wander the floor as a bay boy. I received plenty of tips that night for carrying juice to various rooms. Is that so wrong?
Huh?
Being assassin doesn't pay well. The man who gave me that tip was not my client. He was probably just a very generous person. And very handsome. And amazing in bed. And... okay, I should... I'm sorry, but sadly, we're not nearly so generous.
In Phoenix Wright land, we don't give out tips. We just, like...
We don't even give out payment.
We just dick slap our waiters.
If I could receive large rows of cash by simply bringing people's things on trays, I said that before. What else would I stand around here
They
prosecuting?
literally reused that exact same line. Oh, the deja vu. Okay, well at least they know they're using it. And this isn't his salary more than enough for one man? I know, seriously. Edgeworth is
Enough
got...
that he could just walk away for a year.
Yeah, he can just walk away from here, he can take flights easily, and, I mean, look at what he's wearing. It's a fancy-ass suit with, like, 3 fancy neck things. And where's your evidence that the large roll of cash was not in fact a tip? Come, Mr. Edgeworth, show me the money.
What? Mr. Attorney.
Yes? Man, we're getting some dramatic music
I
here.
think your line of questioning has been a little strange.
I like the dramatic music, admittedly. It really sets the tone.
In fact, I would say you don't seem to believe Miss Andrews is my client.
Oh, no, it's not like that at all. I just think lies aren't a good thing, you know?
Oh, I now agree. Lies are not a good thing at all.
Okay.
I think we're on the same page now, aren't we, Mr. Attorney? Remember, if I feel threatened in any way, I'm free to cut contact at any time.
I'm sorry. Please forgive my foolishness. If only you were this apologetic all the time. I know we're such an asshole with always being right and always making people free who aren't guilty and doing a better job than the police does.
So we do waste the judge's time being, you know, efficient. His life was easy before we showed up.
Seriously.
Literally the only cases he ever had was when that guy who owned everything in the city was like, this guy's guilty, this guy's guilty, and this guy's guilty.
Yeah, I guess his job was pretty easy. Maybe that's why the judge normally sucks so much. Because he's never had to actually be a judge until, like, the first Phoenix Wright game.
Which actually does beg the question, what the hell did Mia do all those years?
Well, yeah, you'd think she would have been a pretty good defense attorney, but I don't know. Considering she trained Phoenix Wright, it's really hard to say. Anyway, I do not see a huge contradiction here. Therefore, you may continue, witness. Let's reach the end of our rope here. Huh? Seems like we're still okay to me. That's exactly what is so bad. What?
I told you, Mia is mad no matter what's going on.
I know. It could be the best day ever. I'm sure, like, everything could go perfectly, which it probably will. And
It has.
Yeah. At the rate we're going, we will end up completely destroying the killer's lie. If we do that, we all already know how serious of a situation that'll put us in. Oh yeah, you'll have to stop hijacking your sister's body. What we can do now is pray that those items reach us in time.
It's not really like, I don't know, what's so bad? Mia died and no one's into my marriage.
I know, seriously, you can both just take turns possessing Pearls' body. It'll be great.
But you can possess the old woman and like take her body.
Exactly. She clearly doesn't need it anymore.
She's an old woman, no one needs that.
Let's see. Okay. So, well, that didn't.
Keep going.
Oh, keep going?
Yeah.
Press here or.
Go forward. Okay, that's it.
Yeah. I was
But
pretty
we
sure.
didn't get anything out of that whole fucking thing,
I
right?
know, that's why I'm confused. We didn't seem to get anything out of that line of questioning. It didn't say anything about evidence being updated or anything, really. I'm not sure what the point of that was.
No, we could end the pod and figure it out for next time.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you all for watching.